you guys are ready.
Thoughts on the game, Max? Obviously, you don't want to start the season that way. What do you take the good from this? I mean, you obviously had a great game individually, but you don't care about that.
No, yeah, I'd give it all up for a W for sure. They're a really good team. Obviously, they probably playing at Akron probably helped them more than it hurt them because they were more polished than we were for sure. They had their rotations in better than we did too. They had a big run the first half. I think the biggest stretch of the game is when we got the defensive rebound. They called a rebound and foul on us, and then they got 2 free throws, and then Leon got the tech, 2 more free throws. Went from like a 10-point lead to like 14. Probably ended up costing us in the end. Not just that, but a lot of different things did.
You're in here, so I guess you feeling okay, or what happened there at the end?
Yeah, my calves started giving out. Yeah, nothing too serious. Just I wish I could have shot it, but when I rotated, both my calves just tightened up, and so I just had to chuck it. I don't even really remember where the ball went at all. But I wish if my calves didn't give out, I feel like I would have got a clean look because I turned in and I thought he'd cut me off on the outside, so I felt pretty open. That's all I remember though.
Look at, I mean, it's frustrating that obviously for Chibuzo fouls out, and look at the end of the game there, Jace and you and Kobe Young, and I mean, what would you guys battle as much as you can. I mean, what do you say down the stretch? And did you guys run out of gas a little bit? Or?
Yeah, I wouldn't say run out of gas. I would just say, I mean, Shave got hurt on a play, so I don't think he was himself at the end there. Obviously, he's the clutchest person I know, so those free throws don't worry me at all. And then I trust all the dudes that were in there. It's just it didn't go the way we wanted at the end, but we'll recover and come back better Saturday from it.
What's it like being back in the fight, Max? In game 1, that thing went down to the wire. What's it like being back in the fight?
I mean, it's been a long off season. We're ready for those type of games. We showed it last year. We have a good core. We'll be able to close those out for sure. It was just a tough one tonight. It didn't go our way. Kid made a good play down the stretch. Found his big guy. It's a good play.
At what point in time did you realize you probably needed to give your team a little more of an offensive lift tonight? It looked like midway through the second half that you were going to try to take over there for a little bit.
Yeah, I could just tell Buzo was in his own head there. I don't think he's used to big minutes yet, and it takes time to get used to it. But he'll be fine. Like, it was just a tough first game for him. I think we've all been there when those ticky-tack fouls can add up. I mean, he had some tough ones that probably weren't. Some might have been fouls, some might have not been fouls. But I feel for him. But I know he'll come back tomorrow and practice. He'll be fine.
No, it wasn't the result you wanted, but how good did it feel tonight to hit some of those 3-pointers, especially some big ones down the stretch?
Yeah, but I mean, it felt all right. I feel like I'm coming off the best offseason I've had. So I've been doing that in practice, so I know I can do it in games. And they find me, and they know that I can make those shots. So I'm becoming a lot more aggressive this year.
Career high in steals, I think it was 5. Is that something you've been working on, work paying off, or maybe some games you get a few lucky steals here, the ball's just in front of you? How do you address the high volume in steals tonight, Max?
I mean, I was kind of cheating some of the passes, so I kind of got lucky. If I don't get them, Burns going to be on my ass. But, yeah, I think I got lucky with some of them. And then just having active hands in the post. I think I only had 1 foul, so I was willing to give up some fouls because those posts are pretty good. They played good tonight. So just having active hands, I think, got me a couple of those.
What was it like, just the back and forth there in the second half and the crowd getting into it? And I mean, you wait, 8 months or whatever it was, 7 months, and they have the first game kind of just go in heartbreaking fashion like that. I mean, how tough is that to take?
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I want to thank all the fans that came out. We really appreciate that. It felt really good in there. And we just hope they keep coming back because we're going to play hard. And we're going to be there in the end just like we were that last year. So I guarantee that.
Final 5 or 6 minutes of the game seemed like you guys kind of stepped up the defensive pressure. They were shooting over 50% all night, but at one point it counted, you had held up to 3 of 12 field goals. Just kind of what kind of changed in the end game for you guys there defensively?
I think we were just playing more aggressively. They kind of came out and started the second half really hot, which they can do. They're one of the best 3-point shooting teams in the country. We know that. And if you help, they'll make you pay. If you don't help, they'll get to the lane. They're just really smart guards. So we kind of adjusted. Najee really good with his hands. He got a bunch of steals too, I think. And then down the stretch, you just saw it was back and forth. It was a really good game.
What did you see from Jace there? Obviously, he kind of gave you guys a spark there in the second half.
Yeah, I love playing with Jace. He plays really hard. He's one of our most competitive dudes. I know when he goes in, he's going to play hard, so I love playing with him.
Between now and Saturday, what do you hope to work on and get ready for Washington State? I mean, it's a pretty good team, obviously.
Yeah, they're good too, and we battled last year, so we already know it's going to be a battle, and I'm pretty sure they got a bunch of the same guys too. But this time it's down here instead of in Spokane, so that should help us. But I hope we get another good crowd down there because I think it doesn't hold too many people, so every seat's pretty good in there.
I'm going to be just about Jace, but I mean, and playing a game in 2 years and never before at this level, his ball handling seems like something he might be able to help you guys out with this year. How impressive has he been able to pick this up as quickly as he has?
Yeah, I mean, I played him in high school, or at least watched him a lot, so I know he's a dog. He plays hard, and I know he was over there watching our games and just itching to get back here and help this team. So I've seen him from his high school days, and I knew he was going to come in and make an impact. Leon didn't get to watch him too much in high school, but I made sure to tell him he's good enough to play at this level, and I think he's showcasing that already.
Even though it's not the result you wanted, what can you guys take from this game? Knowing you were trailing 13 and in the second half, it kind of came back and made it a competitive game.
Yeah, I mean, we could definitely take a lot from it. I think there was just a lot of the guys weren't like too worried about the deficit. We were kind of it was just a matter of time before we came back, I felt like. But you don't want to put yourself in that position. We started 0-8. That's a tough way to start the game. But we're going to learn from it, and it's so early in the season. We're going to move on, and we're going to win. So.